When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
Hello everybody, Wandering Curator Evan here. Happy 4th of July, happy 250th anniversary America. Today I thought I'd do a fun little special video. I was in Philadelphia about a week ago doing some videos with Ryan Zemansky, and I started doing some research on local history in Philadelphia. As many of you know, the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence is commonly cited as July 8th, 1776. Well, I found out that in fact it was not the first. The first was actually on July 4th, 1776. I'm going to read you a couple of accounts from that very first reading, and then a couple of accounts from that second reading, which is more memorable. This first account is written by a man named Charles Biddle. On the memorable 4th of July, 1776, I was at the Old State House yard when the Declaration of Independence was read. There were very few respectable citizens present. This next account is written by a woman by the name of Deborah Norris Logan. It is now a matter of doubt as what hour or how the Declaration was given to the people. Perhaps few now remain that heard it that day, but of the few, I am one, being in the lot adjacent to our old mansion house in Chestnut Street, that then extended to Fifth Street. I distinctly heard the words of that instrument read to the people. I believe from the State House steps, for I did not see the reader, a low building on Fifth Street which prevented my sight, and I think it was Charles Thompson's voice. It took place a little after 12 at noon, and then they proceeded down the street to read it at the courthouse. It was a time of fearful doubt and great anxiety with the people, many of whom were appalled at the boldness of the measure, and the first audience was either composed of the most respectable class of citizens. And here are two accounts from the well-known public reading, July 8th, 1776. This one is from John Adams. The Declaration was yesterday published and proclaimed from the awful stage in the State House yard. By whom do you think? By the Committee of Safety. The Committee of Inspection and a great crowd of people gave 3 cheers which were rendered to the welkin. It's another word for sky that was more commonly used during that period. The next account was written by Christopher Marshall. Warm sunshine morning, went into the State House yard where in the presence of a great concourse of people, the Declaration of Independence was read by John Nixon. The company declared their approval by 3 repeated huzzas. The king's arms were taken down in the courtroom. Now, the reason that the second reading is probably more well known is kind of obvious. There were more people there, and they were receptive to what was being read by John Nixon. Whereas the first reading, it was not as crowded, and it appears that it's very possible that they were in fact heckled, or at least some of these citizens voiced their displeasure with the Declaration of Independence. It needs to be remembered that the country at the time, the continental United States, was very divided, and a lot of people thought that declaring independence was viewed as an extreme. So that's just my 2 cents as to why that first reading isn't really remembered as well as the second reading. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you very much for watching.